guys, it's me, Ryan. Now, I've noticed the bad stuff people are putting out about me and saying about me because of private phone calls that happened between me and my then wife, Gypsy. I've noticed it. And it hurts. It's hurtful, and I get it. I said some ignorant and stupid things that I'm not proud of, that I don't agree with. You know, I've said stupid stuff for shock value. I've said stupid stuff out of anger, out of hurt, that I never would have released publicly because I know how to act socially and I know what's acceptable and what's not. I know right from wrong. And I'm apologizing to the people I may have offended with the things I've said in private. I understand that words can be hurtful and harmful if used in the wrong way. That was never my intent. That was never my goal. You know, I've said ignorant stuff a lot, but I tell you what, I've grown. I am, one thing that bothers me is somebody said, oh, you said them 5 years ago, you were a grown up. Absolutely. But I am not the same person I was yesterday. I'm not the same person I was last week. I continue to grow as a person daily. And I accept
you're
that.
the same person.
I am no way, shape, or form perfect. I've made multiple mistakes throughout my whole life, but I don't agree with some of the stuff that people are calling me now. I know the truth. I have never been prejudiced or judged anybody by race, color, sex, religion, anything. I'm not prejudiced in any way. I judge people based on their character and their heart and how they treat me.
What about doing those things in the classroom?
And I've always shown the utmost respect to people. When I meet them in person, my friends and family can attest to that.
What about that child in the room?
I am not these hateful things people are saying. You know, you've got to realize these conversations were private, but they have been released to the public, and everything is taken out of context because you were not in the relationship. You didn't share the feelings and emotions that we shared.
Who wants to give this guy money for doing bad shit? Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to do that.
You know, I said things out of anger that I regret, of course. I said things out of stupidity, ignorance for shock value. You know, I'm
How is being on a phone call with a schmurderer shock value? That makes no sense at all.
human, but I know that those words may be offensive to others, and I do apologize if I have offended you. That was not my goal, and I've learned from that experience.
It's 2026. You can apologize, but still have consequences.
Like I said, I've grown. I've continued to grow. I will always grow. So I do apologize if I offended you in any way. That was not my goal. And
he just needs to get born again. He needs to go to God. He needs to go to a higher power. He needs to go do something. Cleanse his soul. Something. Go see a doctor. Go mental health. It's not bad to go do. But apologizing and thinking that it's okay and you just resume as business as usual, fuck that.
I'm putting this out because I'm not trying to lessen the damage or stop the hate or anything like that. I just putting this out because I just want you to know I'm human. I make mistakes and I live and learn from them. And that's the only reason I'm putting.
In those other videos, those recent ones, he was so belligerent on there, telling everybody to F off, all together, or something like that. He was disgusting. That's the real Ryan. He's not going to get his way. He's just going to act belligerent. He's a child inside, really. Very immature. Very immature. Lies a lot. Deceives a lot. We don't need this out here on the internet that you're Gypsy's ex-husband. Who gives a shit? It's already done. Move the fuck on.
Putting it out. I don't agree with things that have been said, but that's the nature of the...
He will never take accountability about that conversation with the child in that room. He will not even bring it up. He'll skirt around it. He'll even blame Gypsy, as it was in a video a year ago. He knows that there is something wrong. He is not being accountable for it. He's not admitting it. It's disgusting. I mean, it's out here on the internet. You became a public figure. Now accept it for what it truly is and know that it's no longer feasible for us people to keep watching your dumb ass.
East, right? Is what it is. I don't agree with it. I'm just not that type of way. I'm not that person. Yeah, so y'all continue to judge me however you want. I know the truth. I know what's in my heart. I know.
As you can see, there is nothing. He's not going to take accountability. He can say sorry, but no. That was a racial slurs against Maya and her soon-to-be husband's children. That's... good people don't do that. Good people don't even bring that up.
I've said ignorant stuff. Absolutely, I've misspoken. I've said ignorant stuff. And I apologize. I will learn from that. I will move forward. If you still support me, great. If you don't, I understand. But please realize I am human. And I am not the person I was a year ago. I'm not the person I was a month.
That is not going to stop the backlash every time he gets on a battle. It's not going to stop people getting on the chat and saying all those things, because there are other people that are unaware of what was done. He is not taking full accountability. But I would have to say also, in retrospect, only God can just, on a dime, make him, this is a situation. And there's going to be a time where he has to, do some, self-reflecting. It's come to us all of us, but that's just my thing. To me, that's like God.
A month ago, I continue to grow and grow as a person every day. And I will continue to grow. I always have learned from my mistakes and have tried to do better ever since. So I apologize again, and thank you for your time. I hope you watched the whole video. If not, I understand. I just wanted to say I'm human and I'm sorry. So anyway, y'all have a great day. Y'all take it easy. Bye.